We're going to bring you a really powerful and eye-opening report that might challenge everything you think you know about prostitution. It's the latest in our series, Hidden America, and I'm here with our colleague, Diane Sawyer. Welcome back, Diane.
So great to see you, Juju.
It's always great to have you on Nightline, but I know this is also a story that we both care very deeply about.
I've covered it over the years, and we've talked about it all around the world, but tonight, sex trafficking, something happening right here at home. Our colleague Nick Kristof of the New York Times and his wife Cheryl Wudunn have made a remarkable documentary called A Path Appears, and they have been following women, often very young girls, locked into a life of prostitution by highly skilled profiteers, pimps. And you're going to hear Nick argue, when you look closely, these women are in fact not criminals, but hostages walking among us. By night and by day across the country, young American girls controlled by pimps are sent out to have sex for money, sometimes 20 men a night.
We had to make at least $1,000 a day. There was no days off.
They have to sleep with 10 to 20 strangers per night.
I would probably have up to like 20. I was so exhausted. I didn't want to do it anymore.
He hit me a few times, and then he had a gun and he pointed it at me and he was like, "You need to do what I say." He was like, "I will kill you."
Savannah was looking at websites when she was lured away. A study says the average age a girl enters prostitution is 12 to 14 years old.
So one day, I think I was 13. I didn't really know a lot about anything. So I went online and I don't know how I came across like this website for like sugar daddies, guys would pay for your stuff. I didn't know that I would have to have sex with them. I just thought they were gonna, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought that, they would buy me stuff, and just because I was pretty. I don't know. I still did not understand what was happening, like, completely, even when we went to the hotel room until it happened.
And that is just one way pimps lay the trap.
A lot of times we'll walk in, and again, it's not that bad.
At New York's Port Authority, two plainclothes officers, Sergeant Hector Martinez and Officer Jack Collins, tell me we are surrounded by pimps just out of sight who come here to stalk runaways. The pimps can spot them immediately. But you're in a kind of race against the pimps.
Absolutely. They see, towards your left-hand side, as soon as they walk into Greyhound,
Right.
they want to be pimps, recruiters. Now this is there, they watch.
The officers try to intervene. A lot of the kids are from foster care. A lot have been sexually abused. And the predators know exactly what they hope to hear.
They sell them on the idea of a warm place to stay for a night, the possibility, potential for romance, maybe earning some money.
So these officers may be the last chance before a girl disappears into the shadows. Maria has been looking for her daughter, who ran away when she was 15.
I haven't heard from her.
In his documentary, A Path Appears, Nick Kristof continues his lifetime mission, going in search of missing girls. With an anxious mother looking on, he searches some of the websites where the girls are most often advertised. He spots a picture and the offer, Mixed Latina Catering to Your Needs.
There's a Mixed Latina Catering to Your Needs. Emily?
Can you click on it?
Yeah, would you recognize?
Yeah. Well, let me see, and then I'll... Maria. Maria. That's her. We just have to make sure.
Is that
Okay, that's her. Oh my. Okay, look at this is. Look
Well,
at.
now we
Listen.
found her.
We found her, but listen.
We found
now
her.
we have her. Now we have her.
We found her. We found her. We found her. One can give the police.
So what happens with these men? Will they find them too?
As he continues his search, Nick tells Maria her daughter has been trafficked in more than one state.
So she was taken to New Hampshire as well. And there's another girl with the same phone number, and at least one of them, maybe a couple. So it's evidently somebody who's running a couple of girls, and,
It's big business. A pimp can pull into a truck stop with an RV full of 7 girls and make $1,400 an hour.
This fundamental misperception that somehow a pimp and this girl are dividing up money or something. Every penny she earns goes to the pimp, every penny. And if she holds some back or she doesn't meet her quota that she is given of whatever, $700, $800 that day, then she is going to be beaten up.
In the documentary, a former young girl on the street named Shauna drives her car to an area she knows is frequented by pimps. One pimp used to call her Shelly Money.
You remember me? Who am I?
I don't remember your name.
Shelly Money. So, like, what are you doing? You got a girl out here? 3? 3 girls. So you waiting on one to come back now?
Yeah.
In the car with her, a longtime activist, actress Ashley Judd.
How much do you expect her to bring?
40. No less. That's a new rule, 40.
So if she comes back with more than 40, do you expect that she'd be upfront with you and give you the full whack, or is she only going to give you 40 because you told her that was the minimum?
40 because I'm taking care of her. You know, I got her a room and place safe to stay and drugs. So, you know, I got
The one you're waiting on now, what's her habit?
crack. Everybody would be crack. Everybody.
So you supply her dope? And if she comes back with less than 40, I mean, God forbid, what's gonna happen?
I got a different system than, you know, other people. I try to treat them right. Like in the morning before they want to eat, I give them either a V8 or orange juice.
As we said, it's big profit, supported by the thousands of men buying sex every day.
The chance that any one of those is going to be arrested is infinitely lower than the chance that they'll be struck by lightning.
Last year, in one New York City court, more than 400 charged with prostitution offenses, but only 10 accused of being pimps or johns. In 19 states, they tried something different, highly publicized stings on the johns. This is Chicago, Cook County. Predictably, the men arrested say this is their first time.
First time ever? Or first time getting caught? First time ever. How many times per month do you think, would you say you do this? Never.
There isn't really demographic. You know, occupation, you know, doctors, lawyers, police.
The sheriff says he always asks the men a memorably trick question. Would they like to avoid the fee for having their car towed?
One of the things we always offer them, as opposed to the $500 fee to get your car back, we'll allow you to call your wife and have her pick your car up. And not one has ever taken us up on it.
And so, in cities across the country, thousands of young girls are at the crossroads. We're back at New York's Port Authority, where the predators are stalking. I see a girl alone, wonder if she's okay. So I'm looking at that girl over there.
Give me a sec if you want me to go do my thing. It's your call. Sure, no problem.
Yeah, why not? She looks...
Hey, how you doing, hon? I'm sorry to bother you. Listen, you're not in trouble or anything like this, but...
Oh, she's showing them ID right now.
All right, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Take care.
Probably buy ID within 2 blocks a year.
Her ID says she is 19, older than she looks, and she says she has a job at the terminal. But for these 2 officers, a night has just begun. Last year, 69 runaways were pulled to safety.
We normally cover anywhere between 1 to 3 runaways a week.
And most of those would be trafficked if you hadn't intervened?
Absolutely. Either they're about to be trafficked, they are being trafficked, or they're out here living a life.
Around the corner from the Port Authority, Covenant House, one of the largest shelters for at-risk youth. Jane Biggleson says she hears from the girls who fell victim how easy it was.
One young person said, you know, he was the first person to ever give me a birthday cake. He was, you know, they know what the young person needs.
If there were gun traffickers out there, that we would find ways to get them out of the picture. But that somehow, if it's people who are trafficking 15-year-old girls, then somehow that's not enough of a priority, and so we regret it, but they're still out there.
Covenant House tries to provide housing, therapy, the real help in life, only promised by pimps.
These are homegrown American girls. It's basically been seen as a public nuisance issue rather than as a human rights problem.
Shauna, who started at age 14, remembers the day she couldn't take it anymore. She says after 22 years she was here, waiting above a filling station.
You know what I'm saying? I was so tired. And I was like, if you are a God, save me. I walked back out to Murfreesboro Road, right out there, and the police picked me up and took me to jail. And I was so tired, I just couldn't do it anymore. Coming in.
As she's driving, she sees a woman she recognizes on the street, someone who was also once young and had a different life ahead of her.
What have you been doing? You're clean.
I'm clean for 3 years now.
Well, I'm not, bitch. Get away from me. Get away from me, hoe.
When you get tired, I'm not a hoe no more. When you get tired, let me know.
Where you at? Give me your number. I got a number. I got a number. What's your number?
320.
I am tired. You hear me?
Are you tired?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go today?
No.
No? Well?
But I'm tired. I just want to get well one more time.
Bitch, go on. I love you. I've been there. I know. God, she used to be so beautiful. She's messed up.
I don't know an easy way to walk away.
As beautiful as the young girls back at home tonight. The mother whose daughter was seen on that website.
Maybe time will heal.
And that young girl who didn't know it would be about sex. I love you. Who found her way home to her mother. And as beautiful as the young girls, still lost in the shadows. And Nick Kristoff's documentary, A Path Appears, premieres on PBS Monday night. Juju.
Thanks so much, Diane. A remarkable piece of reporting.